Hello, and welcome to another session of Learn IT with Mr. P. This is in my series of videos that I call Foundational Knowledge, and it's going to be on viruses, which is a type of malware. Now, a lot of people consider that every infection that they get, every bad program on their computer, is a virus. Well, let me explain that not every infection is a virus, but all viruses are malware. So to define the difference is malware is any programs on your computer which you do not want because they can cause problems. But a virus is a particular kind of malware. A virus program can make copies of themselves and spread in the same way that a human virus will spread from person to person to person. The old idea if somebody in your house gets sick, eventually everybody gets sick. So one computer in an enterprise gets an infection and they can replicate it and move to other computers within the enterprise. That's a virus. They're also designed to do some damage in some way. They can delete your files, they can encrypt your files, they can cause other issues, performance, they can make your system crash, they can do any kind of damage that you don't want to see with your computers. All right, there's different ways of spreading these things, of malware spreading, but viruses can be spread through email attachments. So if you get an email from somebody, especially people you don't know, and there's an attachment in there, even if you think it's safe, it could be, they say if it's a graphic image or a song or some other type of media, sometimes it's actually a program that can cause your computer to get an infection. A lot of people get viruses and malware by downloading from the internet. They want to get a new game, they want to get some other software from the internet, and they go to an unscrupulous website, a website that's not vetted properly, and they introduce a virus or malware through that means. Sometimes your web browser, whether it's Microsoft Edge or Google Chrome or Firefox or other browser, will warn you that this is not a trustworthy website and proceed with caution if you see that message. Well, normally I tell people there's a reason it's telling you this is not good. Another type of way of getting these bad programs or malware on your computer is through removable media, such as a USB stick. There's actually something called the USB drop attack, where a bad player will place USB sticks in a public bathroom, perhaps at a company. They'll drop it right in the parking lot outside of the targeted company, or perhaps they're at a fancy hotel. People pick it up, stick it in the computer, saying, "Hey, look, I found a brand new, great, I need a new USB stick." And then again, they've injected their computer with some sort of malware. Also, there may be links on websites that you click on the link, and a lot of people get these infections that affect just their web browser, pop-ups and all kinds of problems. And again, how do you stop it? Well, there's some best practices. Keep the operating system, keep your hardware, and keep your applications up to date. Those are three separate things. The operating system, whether it's Windows, Mac OS, GNU Linux, whatever it is, the operating system has to be kept up to date. Your hardware, that is your desktop, your laptop computer, your tablet, even your printers, your routers, your hubs, your switches, they all have firmware that often the manufacturer will release an update that you can update your computer to protect it from known vulnerabilities. And of course, the third part of this is your applications, whether it's Zoom or it is Teams or any other kind of application you have loaded on your computer, those have to be kept up to date. Use antivirus software. There's a lot of different versions out there, and that has to be kept updated, as well as what's called the signatures. The signatures are a database of files that allows the antivirus program to identify friend or foe, that this knows that this is a known bad program, this is a known virus. Because viruses are getting mutated and changed all the time, the signatures have to be updated as well. That may require that you have a subscription. Usually it's a yearly subscription to keep your antivirus software up to date. Also, best practices say be careful if you're getting an attachment from somebody via email or direct message. Sometimes your email client will have a method built into it to verify that your programs that you're getting via attachments are legitimate. It's usually best to be extremely cautious, because especially if somebody is pretending to be somebody you know to get you a virus. Don't, under almost any circumstance, allow anybody to have remote access to your computer. This has happened to people I know, relatives of mine. They get a phone call from Microsoft, supposedly saying, "Hey, we detected a problem in your computer. Let me get into it. I can clean it up for you." Well, once you let that person into your computer via remote access, you're letting them have carte blanche. They can do whatever they want to your computer. They can steal your data. They can cause other problems. So, under almost any circumstances, do not allow people to have remote access. And again, as you saw in my 321 backup video, always maintain backups of any of your critical data. So if you do get malware, or if you do get a virus, you have a way to get back to where it was before you were infected. So I hope that this answers some questions for you. If you have any comments, more questions for me, please do this, like and subscribe to let me continue doing these kinds of videos. Again, thank you for learning IT with Mr. P.